Good morning. Good to see you all here today. Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Hamilton. We welcome you here in the sanctuary and those who have opted us to join us online. We ask that you turn off your cell phones during the service, with one important exception. Please feel free to use your phones to access our hearing assistance system, especially if you have T-coil. I'm very happy today to bring you the service on behalf of the gardening team. It is also welcoming in a new season. Yes, folks, spring has officially begun, although over the next few days, I don't think Ontario got the memo. The nights are getting lighter, so that's a good sign. Sunshine is feeling a little warmer, and every glimpse of blue sky is filling us with hope that we are emerging from the dark. We're all daring to feel a little bit more optimistic, and the promise of warm weather and brighter days just lifts our mood. And if you're ready for spring as I am, I think you'll enjoy some of the quotes I'm going to give you. You know, I'm really an autumn, fall girl, but I feel really like I need this fresh hope of spring that is bringing. The lighter and warmer days are food for my soul right now. Doesn't it seem like quite a long time since last spring? It's actually been a crazy time, and I think that we're all just trying to look ahead and remain hopeful right now. At the start of spring certainly helps us. There's no secret that lighter days and warmer days are mood boosters, and it's something that we can all enjoy right now. So with that in mind, here are a few quotes for you. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. If winter has the courage to turn into spring, who says I can't bloom just the same? Sunshine is the best medicine. No matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. Spring will come, and so will happen. It will happen, so hold on, life will get warmer. Spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. The earth laughs in flowers. No winter lasts forever, and spring does not skip its turn. If we had no winter, the spring would not be so pleasant. And the last one, you can all say it with me, you all know it, spring showers bring May flowers. Perfect. I'm now going to read the land acknowledgement, but before I do, the city of Hamilton is situated upon the territorial terraces of the Erie, Neutral, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, and Mississaugas. This land is covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant. This is an agreement between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe to share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. As settlers, we continue to benefit from the land and its gifts, and as settlers, we must ask ourselves how or if we have shared and cared for the earth and its gifts. Facing the truth is hard, but truth must come before reconciliation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. That was beautiful. I'm Sue Johnston, and this morning I'm also part of the garden team, and this morning I'm helping Sue with the service. We're going to light this chalice this morning like we normally do, and I have a few words. In these wild, historic, and uncertain times, we gather to remember who we are and who we belong to and what we have been called to do. We light the chalice and kindle the spirit of the great turning. May we feel it in our bones, and in the stillness of this hour to come, may we sense it calling our name. Please join me in our chalice lighting words. May this flame be our light of friendship and love.
Good morning, everyone. I am Reverend Danny, and I use they, them pronouns, and welcome to the first Sunday of spring. It is so good to be with you. As has been mentioned already, we have a group of people helping with the service today. This is our Carolinian Gardening Team, and they're really excited to tell you all about our property and have some conversations about our space today. With words from Katie Kandarian Morris, I call you into this worship service. Here we have come into this sacred space, hushed voices, hoping, trusting for so many things, for connection, for communion, for inspiration, for information, for healing, for wholeness, for words, for music, for celebration and consolation. Here we have come into this space bringing all of who we are. Let us be willing, however we are changed. And now let us sing together hymn number 1067. This will be in your teal hymnal if you have one, or on the walls behind me. Mother Earth, Beloved Garden, 1067.
Mother Earth, beloved garden, living treasure underfoot. All our days you ground our being, sage and thistle, grass and root, herbs to heal us, plants to feed, land to till and plant and plow. With the pendant deepest midnight north, we ask you be here now. Father, air, inspiration holds together all that lives. As we breathe, our minds see clearly, leading us to love and give. Raging whirlwind, whisper breezes, violent gale and gentle cloud. With the blade as sharp as morning east, we ask you be here now. Brother fire, great transformer, share the passion of the sun. In our hearts, your warmth revive us, cook our food and heats our homes. Flaming candle, blood within us, blazing says will to grow. With the one direct the power of south, we ask you be here now. Sister water ever flowing, ocean, river, pond and rain, drink we now and quench quench our thirsting, cleansing us, begin again. Mist and ice, a host of changes, all that courage will allow. With the cup, the holy chalice will be here now. Lover, spirit, intuition, in the center of our souls. In your love we find relation, all connected we are whole. Timeless mystery, quiet conscience, deepest values inside. With the drum and with the cauldron whist, we ask you be our guide.
Whew. That was a good one, but it's been a while since I've sung it. Thank you all for your persistence. This morning we are playing with change again. And why not? Change is the ever-present certainty in our lives, right? We are constantly experiencing changes, and when we mark them, when we witness and experience those changes fully, we can find more ease with their passing. We mark the changes in our lives by creating practices, or sometimes we might call these rituals, things that help us prepare, or maybe let us celebrate. Like back to school shopping. It might be a while since you've done that kind of practice, but spring break activities happened recently, I'm sure. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries to help us witness the passage of time and remember the ways we have changed through time and the ways that we have stayed the same. As some of you might remember, my birthday is February 2nd, about 6 weeks ago. And as I was growing up, everyone called me a groundhog's baby because of the popular tradition. This tiny little, well, not tiny, this little creature predicting the arrival of spring based on whether or not it sees its shadow. This is another ritual that we practice in today's world, and it also has a deeper connection to the passage of time. February 1st or 2nd, depending, is the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. This depends on what time the solstice actually happens every year. Pagan and earth-based practices might call this the time of Imbolc. But that midway mark is one of the best times to start getting excited about the spring. Sometimes I think about this as children like to talk about the mark of the half birthdays, when you get to start saying, I'm 9 and a half, practically 10. This year, in case you didn't know or read the newspaper, there was some confusion among the groundhogs about predicting an early spring. Wyerton Willie, who is the Ontario groundhog, predicted an early spring, but, I'm gonna say this wrong, Poxitani, thank you, Poxitani Phil from Pennsylvania. You can tell I'm not from this end of the country, hey? From Pennsylvania, just south of us, predicted 6 more weeks of winter. With all of the snow we had that first half of February, and then the freezing rain that hardened those mountains of snow into dirty ice, it was pretty hard to remember that change was actually happening. There were a few weeks where I found it nearly impossible to trust that spring was coming at all. But now it is 3 days into the season of spring, and the earth is really starting to wake up again. Over the last few weeks, I've been bringing my dog, Bryn, to the church during office hours. And every afternoon, we wander in the back church garden in order for him to get his zoomies out. Late this last week, I noticed that there are snowdrops popping up in our back garden, popping out of the ground. These tiny little flowers look like bells, the stems so thin and frail that the flower bends over and the petals start to open, pointing down to the ground. I recently learned that in French, these flowers are called pierce-neige, which translates to pierce the snow. And the scientific name is derived from the Greek words that mean milky white from the snow. These tiny little flowers in our backyard are the very clear signs for the changing of seasons. Trusting that change is possible, that the snow will melt and the snowdrops will push through the hard earth isn't always easy. And this is why we have moments like the Groundhog's Day traditions. It is a way for us to remember the cyclical patterns of our life. We do not have to travel forward with no clarity about what happens next, although time does seem to travel in one direction, that constant march forward. We can trust that shifts and changes will come again, that the cycles will re-emerge. And to honor this trust in the changes that we witness around us, we are going to spend time around our property today, welcoming in the spring and seeking out reminders that change happens, sometimes even when we are not paying attention. Spirit zones are a representation of the idea that we do not experience our spiritual life only when we are inside of this sanctuary worshiping together, but that our spiritual community can be built and strengthened in every corner of our property and out in the wider world. Today, we will have spirit zones being supported by the members of our gardening team. Here at UU Hamilton, we have an incredible Carolinian garden, which over the years, many individuals have helped to restore and revitalize. This morning, we are going to have 4 different areas that you can go to and celebrate the shifting of the seasons. Sue Johnstone is hoping to do a tour outside so you can learn more about our gardens, the different areas around our property, have a look at those snowdrops in the backyard, and learn about the irises that will be coming soon, and also about the herb garden that's going to be planted shortly, and the herbs that you are, as well as some of the edibles that you might want to take home later in the summer. Sue will be gathering in the backyard, so perhaps you want to go grab your coat if you're going to go out there with her. Nancy Wilson is going to be in the foyer, and I feel like some of you might have seen her already. There are going to be many handouts and lots of information about the Carolinian zone, including wildlife that is natural to this area, caterpillars, bumblebees, and many different things. So that's going to be happening in the foyer. And Sue Prescott, who played the incredible flute, will be over in Fellowship Hall. We have a big welcome sign that needs some painting, a sign that's going to sit near the entrance of our parking lot, inviting people into our gardens and perhaps highlighting some of the hidden sanctuaries or hidden items in our sanctuaries around the building. And finally, Rachel and I are going to be staying in the sanctuary. We have created a special singing Lectio Divina practice where we will be singing a piece of music several times over, thinking about the many different ways that music can speak to us, through us, and potentially change us. So once again, our 4 different zones: in the backyard with Sue Johnston for a tour of our outdoor space, in the sanctuary here with Rachel and I for the changing power of music, in the foyer with Nancy to learn about the Carolinian habit, or down in the fellowship hall for painting with Sue Prescott. Feel free to move between these groups as you feel called, but try to do so without interruption of the programs that are happening. Rachel is going to play some music as we transition into our selected spaces, and we will gather back in the sanctuary around 11:15 for the end of our worship service together. I invite you to transition to where you're going now.
Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ya ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey, 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 ho. Hey, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat.
Hello, everyone. So, if you don't know, Lectio Divina translates from Latin, and it means divine reading. But perhaps we need to change this to Cantus Divina, or Latin for divine singing. It is a practice that is probably as old as reading itself. However, there is a significant history of Lectio Divina from Judaism and Christianity. As a group practice, we will be singing together rather than reading. But we will be singing one short song over and over again, and each time we sing that song, I will be asking you to focus on something different within the song, something that might invoke a feeling in you every time we talk about it, every time we pause for a moment of reflection. You might want to find a piece of paper and a pen to take some notes, or you can just reflect and think in silence and in your mind. The song that we will be singing is number 1000, the very first song in the Teal hymnal, Morning Has Come.
Yes, they will post the words when we're ready.
I will share with you that I might have messed up some of the numbers this weekend for our wall words on the wall. So thank you. You guys are excellent. Before we begin our Cantus Divina, I'm going to allow for 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, a moment to silence ourselves and settle into our bodies. Prepare to listen, perhaps follow your breath in for a cycle or two. For our first round through, I would like you to simply focus on the feelings that this music evokes in you. What is the dominant feeling you experience? Which part of the music evokes the strongest emotional response? You are welcome to sing along with us or just sit and listen as Rachel and I sing. What is the dominant feeling you are experiencing? Which part of the music evokes the strongest emotional response? We'll be singing through verse number 1 again, and this time, please focus on which phrase or line shimmers at you or pops out from the rest of them. Reflect on why this line is hooking you. What is your inner voice trying to say to you through that line?
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance and joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope here shines.
is my inner voice trying to say to me through this piece? This time, as we sing through verse number 1, focus on the memories that arise within you. What memory is trying to stir up inside of you? Or what memory does this piece of music want you to connect with?
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope here shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
What memory is trying to stir up inside of you? What memory is trying to reconnect with you? And finally, how is your inner voice, your deepest self, trying to offer a message? Perhaps a message of comfort, a message of challenge, or maybe something different. Let's sing verse 1 once again.
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance and joy and sing a song of gladness. The light of hope it shines upon each face. May it bring faith to guide our journey home.
How is your inner voice, your deepest self, trying to offer a message? The questions that you were asked to reflect on as we moved through this hymn together in our Lectio Divina, or Cantus Divina. What is the dominant feeling you are experiencing? Which part of the piece evokes the strongest emotional response? Reflect on why this line is hooking me and what is my inner voice trying to say to me through this piece. What memory is trying to stir up within you? What memory does this piece want you to reconnect with? How is your own inner voice, your own deepest self, trying to offer a message of comfort, a message of challenge, a message of joy? As we close this practice this morning, we'll sing through the song one final time. And this time we'll do all 3 verses.
Is that okay, words on the wall?
Morning has come, arise and greet the day. Dance with
Thank you, everyone, for participating in our Lectio Divina. I'm going to go and gather up the other groups, and maybe you'll sing the song that sent everybody away. It's number 1070, Mother, I Feel You.
Words are pretty simple. And then the second part is heya, 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 ho. So that's even more simple. So the first part is, Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. One more time. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho. Heya, 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 ya, heya, heya, ho. Heya, 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 ho.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you had a great time figuring out how spring is making its way around our community gardens, learning about our Carolinian habitat, and maybe painting a warm welcome sign. Here in the sanctuary and our online guests were reflecting on a piece of music. Thank you all for practicing with us. Practicing that we can trust that change will happen. It is inevitable. And when it does happen, we can celebrate and honor and lean into that trust. Change, like winter, can be hard and cruel, but it is necessary. And when we take the time to witness it, to trust that change happens for a reason, maybe we can learn to celebrate the hard moments of change, as well as the easy ones. Today, our church will be honoring another change. Today is the annual general meeting, a time when we witness the work that leaders, both volunteers and staff members, have worked diligently throughout the year. to be careful and attentive stewards of our community and our finances. Countless meetings, reports, documents, and budgets are necessary to maintain the health of any organization, especially one that has endured for 136 years, which is when First UU Hamilton was founded 136 years ago in May, I think, so not quite there yet. But after our service today, we will honor and witness the reports and the countless meetings, the documents and budgets that are necessary to help maintain a healthy community. But right now, we recognize that UU Hamilton community depends on each of us in this room and across the webs of interconnection to make weekly offerings, annual pledges, tangible financial commitments to the mission and vision of our congregation. As a result, your support is intertwined with all that we believe and all that we do together here. Our offering baskets will soon be passed through the sanctuary, and once the baskets have passed you, I invite you to come forward to light a candle of joy, sorrow, or gratitude up front here. In the spirit of generosity and trust, our offering will now be gratefully received.
My blood doth rise in the roots of yon oak. Her sap doth run in my veins. Boundless my soul, like the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. Where the stars, where the stars, where the stars forever have lain. My hands hold the weavings of time without end. My sight as deep as the sea. Beating my heart sounds the measures of old, that of love's eternity. That of love, that of love, that of love's eternity. I feel the tides as they answer the moon, rushing on a far distant sand. Winging my song is the wind of my breast, and my love blows over the land. And my love, and my love, and my love blows over the land. My foot carries days of the old into new. Our dreaming shows us the way. Wondrous our settles deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day. To bring a new day. A new day. A new day.
Now's the time in the service when we affirm the ways that we are connected, as we live into the truth that what affects one of us affects us all. In the spirit of community care, let us open our hearts to one another and all we hold sacred. There are no sorrows to read today, but we know that sorrows are within our lives and are sometimes too tender to share. So let us have a space today for those to remind them that they are never alone. Alongside the joys and sorrows, the sorrows of this life, there are also joys to share. And I have one from Linda Thompson. And she says that original plans to retire aside, Linda is thrilled to share that she has contracted with the First Unitarian Congregation in Toronto for summer ministry and part-time ministry through to June of 2026. So she can't retire straight away. We celebrate joys amongst us and rejoice in those happinesses that flow. And in the practice of experimentation, we now have a new practice: gratitudes. The work of our church is never done, and it's always humming along. And today, we have a gratitude from the garden team. A thank you to Joanne Tunnicliffe for 13 years of leadership for the garden team. Along with her husband Al, she has been the guiding light for the change in our outlook and direction of our parking lot in the garden. She is stepping down as the leader this year, but we are sure she'll still be there helping us and guiding us. Thank you, Joanne, for your inspiration and friendship.
And the next time that you have the opportunity to see Joanne, please thank her in person. She is at a family wedding this afternoon and was not able to join us, but she was very much a part of the planning of this service. So thank you, Joanne. Oh, we're gonna sing now. Excellent. Hymn number 63, this is your gray hymnal. Spring has now unwrapped the flowers. The words will be on the wall or in the gray hymnal number 63.
I'm going to play it through because I don't think we've sung this one before. So yay, something new. I'll play it first. that chord. Here we go. Spring is now, unwrap the flowers. Day is fast reviving. Life in all her growing powers toward the light is striving. On the iron touch of cold, winter time and frost time. Seedlings working through the mold now make up for lost time. Beautiful. Herb and plant that winter long slumbered at their leisure now be stirring green and strong, finding growth their pleasure. All the world with beauty fills, gold and green enhancing. Flowers make glee among the hills, set the meadows dancing.
I changed things up so much that I've confused myself a few times today. I close out our Spirit Zone and Spring Equinox service with this reminder from poet Marilyn McIntyre. What to do with darkness? Go slowly. Consent to it, but do not wallow within it. Know it is a place of germination, a place of growth. Take an outstretched hand if you can find one. Exercise unused senses. Find the path by walking it. Practice trust and watch for the spring dawn.
Stand as you are able and willing. You don't have to, but it'll be fun because you get to stomp your feet. We're going to do standing like a tree, and I'm going to say the words first just so that you can hear them. Standing like a tree with my roots deep down. Everybody do that? Standing like a tree with my roots deep down. My branches are wide open. Branches are wide open. And down comes the rain.
Down comes the rain.
And down comes the sun. And down comes the sun. And down comes the fruit to the heart that is open to be standing like a tree. Right? So we go down comes the rain first, and then down comes the sun. And down comes the fruit to the heart that is open to be standing like a tree. Now we're going to add music. It'll be fun. Even if you just stomp, it'll be great. Standing like a tree with my roots deep down, my branches are wide open. Down comes the rain. Down comes the sun, down comes the fruit to the heart that is open to be standing like a tree. You got it. Here we go. Standing like a tree with my roots deep down, my branches are wide open. Down comes the rain, down comes the sun, down comes the fruit to the heart that is open to be standing like a tree with my roots deep down. My branches are wide open. Down comes the rain, and down comes the sun. Down comes the fruit open to be standing like a tree with my roots deep down. My branches are wide open. Down comes the rain, down comes the sun, down comes the fruit to the heart that is open to me, standing like a tree.
Thank you all so much. As I mentioned earlier, we do have our AGM today, so please head out to the foyer for coffee. We have some sandwiches that will be making their way here, and if you are a member or are interested in how things work, please feel free to come back for our AGM. We'll see you soon.